The hammer was coming down. It's like I was struggling with depression, anxiety, and I was overly defiant too. And I was really struggling. This is 16 years old.
You were doing all this stuff and you weren't even getting loaded. Like why didn't you?
It really wasn't around. I wasn't really into that, to hanging out with that crowd.
Yeah, maybe you're like, man, I'll be a better criminal if I'm not high.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. But I kept getting in trouble, man. And I ended up in the psych ward twice for suicide attempts. Your parents want you to get help. Like, we're a program where you can volunteer to come. And I was just not interested. I thought, well, this is just a phase. I'll move through it. I'll be something someday. The reality is, nothing would have come from anything. So my parents, they eventually made a decision to send me to this non-voluntary treatment program. I had a private security detail pick me up from the hospital. On the way to this facility, though, I actually ran from the security company. The police, state troopers, sheriffs, everybody. Yeah, that was kind of crazy for at the time. So I went to this program, lockdown unit for 4 months. No talking, no getting out of your bed. Follow strict rules, raise your hand, eat your meals when you're supposed to, go to bed, wake up, and everything was strictly enforced. I got into that program, got into college, completely turned my life into something that was much more manageable and possibly had some good stuff coming from it. I stopped doing what I needed to do, and then substances became available. I got started into using prescription pills. That was my first dabble in things, buddy, and I fell in love. All the insecurities went away. I'd had some confidence in myself. My brain shut off for a little bit, got some relief. All of those problems went away. They did a really good job of killing the pain. When I look back, I even think to myself, how could you have been so naive? This is prescribed by a doctor. This is safe. It says take, 2 to 6 a day. I'm only going to have 2. I'm not going to have any for the rest of the day. I'll be good. Let it grab the hold of me, buddy. Once I found that, I started to get into cocaine as well. I stopped going to see my psychiatrist. I stopped going to see my therapist. I stopped taking my medication. I thought I had something figured out. The pills dried up. The pills got too expensive. It's the same story I've heard so many times. And the introduction to heroin comes along. Lost jobs, destroyed relationship, got evicted, academic probation, eventually got kicked out of college. I got a car, got that repossessed. It was gone. Another felony criminal charge, an adult felony. My parents kicked me out of the house. I kind of had this idea, man, that this was just headed in a really bad direction. There was a lot of things that happened, man. I'm sure most of us who've been down there can relate. It just ends up bad. You get yourself in bad and dangerous situations. And I was doing that a lot. I was feeling the withdrawal all the time, just killing me, man. I was having a hard time showing up for life, spending $1,500 a week, and I didn't have any more cash. Everything was building up, man. I Googled up what to do, man. The withdrawals were killing me. So I got on methadone. I was on the methadone program for a year. It offered some stability for my life. There was no recovery involved. There was no now let's work on your life.
There was relief, not recovery.
Yeah, exactly. I just kind of weaseled out of it, man. I think I was just ready to stop the sickness, but I don't know if I was really ready to open up the closet.
What flipped the switch for you to realize that you needed to start doing some work?
One day I woke up. I was just like, dude, I can't live like this either. I couldn't live like the other way I was living. It took me a while to figure that out. I can't live like the way I'm living right now because I have no life. I can't do anything. So I picked up the 500,000 pound phone. I called my grandparents who are 70 years old up in Canada. And I told them I need help. They came down to North Carolina. They picked me up, buddy. They set me up with a detox facility and a treatment facility in South Florida. Started to hit meetings. I started to hit celebrate recovery, NA meetings, smart recovery meetings. I started to get around people who were interested and who had what I was looking for. And that's kind of when my recovery, in a sense, started. And things were good, man. I was doing recovery. I was doing recovery and I was feeling better about my life. Since then, buddy, I couldn't even think about a time I've thought to be going back to the way I used to live. Yeah. It doesn't even really cross my mind, in a sense. It's kind of dude, what the heck? I don't want to lose everything for something that I know doesn't work. It works really good for a bit, but I know
for 5 minutes. Yeah, the first 5 minutes is bliss.
I had this vision, man. I wanted to create something online. I heard some chatter about it, from different people, to do this stuff online and everything. And I'm like, well, these are kind of my skills. I'm going to bring this stuff to the masses, buddy. I'm going to just try to help people and serve people, and I'll find a way that I can maybe make a living from it. We gained 10,000 members in like a month's time. I came up with the idea for Sober Motivation, to where we would share other people's stories, celebrate the person's story who was shared, and then we would also inspire other people who wanted, something that they could relate to. My recovery was good, but once I started my own business, and once I stopped using an alarm clock like 3 years ago. I don't need an alarm clock.
I know, me neither.
And I used to dread. Yeah, I used to dread it, man. Oh yeah, and I didn't even mention now, I have 3 beautiful children and a beautiful wife too. Awesome. And it's just incredible. You know what I mean? And a German Shepherd, dude. And that thing, like, I'm telling you, the dog might be more work than the baby. Don't tell my wife.
Well, I saw a picture of the dog. He's got this giant ears. Like, I can hear my thoughts, I'm sure. Like, it knows what I'm thinking.
He recorded the podcast, man.
Yeah.